Prabhu Nityananda Shivasari Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. How was everyone tonight? You had a good day? Oh, Hare Krishna. Was that Tapasvini?
Hi, please accept my whole business.
Please accept mine. I'll go to show Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Are you translating tonight?
Oh yes, you have no choice. But I hope it's good. You know, the line connection will be okay. I'm afraid.
Okay, well, if it's not, then let's see. Ananta Garanga can also translate.
That's right.
He's really good. If you happen to get choppy.
Yes.
I wonder where he went. How was your day today? Where'd you go?
The swimming class.
You went to a swimming class today. To class?
Huh?
You went to school?
Yeah.
What did you study?
SST.
What's that?
History.
History. The history of the world?
No, history of India.
India. Nice. Did they mention Krishna?
No. But next time we will mention.
Next time. Okay, good. And how was your day? What was good about it? Name one good thing about it.
I played in school.
You played in school? That does sound pretty good. And who's that back there? She's 4 years old? What's your name? Nice to meet you. Hare Krishna. Did you have a nice day today? What did you do? You played kartals, I see. You're a kartal player? Future kartal player. Did you play? Yes? Good. Okay. Hare Krishna. So this is a short talk about how failure is the pillar to success. It is, oh, right, we need translation. Tapasvini?
Hi, yes.
Have you ever heard the term failure is the pillar to success?
Yes. 失敗は成功のもと。
Okay. That's the name of this short presentation.
失敗は成功のもとのプレゼンテーション。
Why can't you put that over here so that they can see the screen? Michi?
Yes.
Can you put that there and then they can see the screen?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Can you see that, Tapasmini?
Not really. A little bit.
Okay, how about that?
Yes, yes, I do.
Okay, good. Best of both worlds. So, Benjamin Franklin. Who's heard of Benjamin Franklin? Kids?
ベンジャミン・フランクリンって聞いたことありますか？
Who's Benjamin Franklin?
He protested for what?
He what?
He protested for the World War.
Oh, very good. Okay, I didn't know that. He was the founder of the first volunteer fire department. And I think it's an appropriate occupation for someone who said this: an ounce of prevention is worth a pound. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Tapasvini, have you ever heard that saying? An ounce of prevention is worth.
I can't see the screen whole thing. That, I needed to move the camera a little bit to the left. Little bit to the left.
Like that?
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Yes. So, ベンジャミン・フランクリンという方は初めてボランティアの消防士さんの集めたそういうのを作った人ですね。その時できた言葉で、今に出ている言葉ですが、一滴のpound of cure.
That's all right. But let me just unpack it. It's too hard to explain.
Yes.
It just means that you should be careful.
はい、一言言えば気をつけなきゃいけないということです。
It's easier to be careful than to make up for a big mistake.
小さなことを気をつけることで大きな間違いを犯さなくて済むということです。
So, throughout the Bhagavad Gita and the Srimad Bhagavatam,
バガティギター、シーマド・バガタムでは、
we're warned, beware of Maya.
マーヤに気をつけなさいと書いています。
Tapasvini, where have you heard that phrase, beware of Maya?
Be afraid of Maya.
Beware of Maya.
Be aware of Maya.
Yeah, beware.
Yes, マヤのことをいつも気をつけていなさいということですね。バガバ
I'm asking you, where have you heard it before?
Oh, before.
Where have you heard it?
Before I came to the Krishna consciousness, you mean?
Okay. Ask Mahatma. Where's
Mahatma is not around me.
Is he there?
He's not around me. He went to the station to pick up my daughter.
It was in George Harrison's song. You would have known that.
Ah, okay.
Beware of Maya.
Okay. ジョージ・ハリソンの歌の中にあるそうです。はい。
Oh. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that Maya is very difficult to overcome.
でも、クリシュナはおっしゃっています。マヤっていうのを克服するのは非常に難しいと。
So, Maya, what does Maya mean?
マーヤって何でしょうね。
What's your name? Arush? Arosh? Arush. Arush, what does Maya mean? What's the meaning of Maya? If you need help, you can call a friend.
子供さんに聞いてもらう。自分が分からなかった友達に聞いてごらんと。
Anybody can help them out as long as you're under 15.
15歳以下の人だったら
Help them out. Tell them what Maya means. What's your name? Madhava, tell them. Whisper to him. Meaning of Maya. You got it, Arush?
Material.
Material world. Very good. We'll accept that answer. The literal meaning of Maya is that which is not.
マーヤ、その言葉の意味は、そうでないものということです。
That's kind of funny, right? Because, I mean, when you see something, you think it is something, but Maya means that which is not.
これっておかしいですよね。何かを見たらそれがそのものなのに、それではないものって言うんですから。
Very technically, it means anything that you see that you don't connect to Krishna.
で、技術的に言えば、何であれ、クリシュナと関係のないものです。
Because everything comes from Krishna.
なぜなら全てはクリシュナから来ています。
But if I see something as separate from Krishna,
けれども、クリシュナから分離して離れたものは、
that's what Maya is.
それをマーヤなんです。
Actually, everything's connected to Krishna.
本当は全てがクリシュナと結びついています。
So if I forget Krishna, then I'm in a state of consciousness that we call Maya, that which is not.
ですから、クリシュナのことを忘れてしまうと、マヤと呼ばれるものが起きます。
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so listen, Maya presents us a package.
で、マヤがプレゼントをくれる。
Looks good, right?
素敵ですよね。
Packages.
プレゼント好きですよね。
That each package is perfectly suited for each victim.
で、このプレゼントの一つ一つが、それぞれの犠牲を完全に生み出している。
So once Srila Prabhupada said to his disciples, you're not sufficiently afraid of Maya.
プラパダおっしゃっています。マヤのことをそんなに重大に心配することはない。
And then he writes also in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in one of his purports, he says, here, Manava, you read it out loud.
One should not fall from his exalted position.
Yes, one should not fall from one's exalted position.
で、プラパダはシューマルバータの中で書いていらっしゃいますが、この、あなたのその高い立場から、陥るべきではないと。
But this is a regulative principle that one should not fall from one's exalted position.
で、この高い段階から落ちるべきではないというのが原則です。
I was once walking with a godbrother to a top of a very, very tall building. And, yeah.
高いビルのところを友達と歩いていました。
And he had some difficulty in his devotional practice.
で、その献身者はちょっと献身奉仕をしているのに、問題を抱えていました。
We were at the very top of the building. He told me, he said, I used to be up here in devotional service.
で、彼は言いました。その高いビルのてっぺんで言いました。私は昔献身奉仕を恐れていたと。
Said it took a long time to climb up.
で、すごくそこのところまで登るのにすごい時間がかかった。
He said it just took a few moments to fall all the way down.
けれど、ここから飛び降りたらほんの一瞬だと。
So he was just lamenting, saying it's better not to fall down in the first place.
で、まず、その落ちるべきではないと彼は嘆いていたわけです。
So, who knows who Thomas Jefferson is? Okay, you answered so many good questions. We'll take, what is your name? Akshina. Go ahead, Akshina, tell us.
He was one of the presidents of the US.
Presidents of the US, and more information? For 50 points.
He built many buildings.
He made buildings?
Yeah, he fought for World War I and II.
I think he was a little before the World War, Thomas Jefferson. But he was one of the US presidents. This is one of his statements. The price of liberty is eternal vigilance. You have a reformed answer?
No, he wrote many stories.
He wrote many stories? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, これトーマス・ジェファーソンという人の言葉ですけれども、自由の代価。これは永遠なる警戒です。
So, what does this mean? Can somebody say what it means?
どういう意味か言える人いますか？
The price of liberty is eternal vigilance. Try to relate it to something you know from the Gita for the philosophy of Krishna consciousness.
自由のに払う代価というのは永遠なる警戒だということ。これの意味をギータとかのところから何か思いつく人がいますか？
Yes.
Something from temporary to eternal, something from temporary to permanent.
Not quite. Anyone else? Any thoughts? The price of liberty is eternal vigilance. What does vigilance mean? Let's see if I have a definition.
目覚めているということ、警戒している、気をつけているということ。
Vigilance comes from the root word vigil, which means to awake. Yes.
Vigilance という
It's yes.
ということ。
To touch the spiritual world, you away from the power of Maya.
Yeah. But let's look at the word vigilance. It means awake.
言葉に考えてみましょう。
Vigilance means keeping careful watch for possible danger or difficulties. Everyone say this.
はい、みんなで
What for possible danger or difficulties.
危険、起こりうる危険あるいは困難なことから目を見張っている。
One more time, everyone say.
Keeping careful watch for possible danger or difficulties.
Okay, now tell me what it means. What's the definition?
Keeping careful watch for possible danger or difficulties.
Very good. Okay, so now let's look at the statement again. The price of liberty is eternal vigilance.
もう一度このことを見てみましょう。自由の代償、それは永遠なる警戒で。
Someone venture what the meaning of that is in the context of Krishna consciousness.
Can I?
Yes, please, Tapasvini, go ahead.
Well, liberty means means knowing the Krishna all the time. So in order to get it, we have to be always be careful. So that reminds me the spiritual life is like a sharp laser. We always have to be careful.
Yeah. So you have to be careful. Vigilance means to be careful. And if you want to be free from Maya and the obligations that bind you to the material world, then you have to be vigilant, which means to be awake and careful.
で、その物質世界ともうくっついてしまっているそのマヤから自由になりたければ、常に警戒をしていなきゃいけないということです。
Does that make sense?
意味が通りますか？
Anyone have anything else they'd like to say about this? A verse you can offer from the Shastra that talks about liberty?
その自由に関して語っているところを、経典から言えますか？
One of our pundits just came in. Maybe we'll pick up on the verses. I'm thinking of a verse from the Bhagavad Gita where Krishna says, Raga dvesha vimuktastu vishayan indriyaishcharan atmavashara videyatma prasadamari gacchati. So this verse means that one who follows the regulative principles of freedom is able to attain the full mercy of the Lord. It's a kind of interesting paradox that you have regulative principles of freedom.
でこの自由ということに関してその規則原則、規定原則があるっていうのは面白い、興味深いことです。
Have you ever heard of the Grihastha Vision Team? Anyone? Raise your hand if you've heard of the Grihastha Vision Team.
グリハスター・ビジランスについて聞いたことがある人いますか？
It's an organization connected to ISKCON that is especially meant to help Grihasthas in many different ways.
でイスコンの組織で、そして、特にグリハスタの方々を助けるものです。
I'm going to tell you their motto. Yes, motto?
What Grihasthas?
For Grihasthas. What are Grihasthas?
Who are Grihasthas?
Householders.
グリハスタというのは世界中
Devotees who are married.
結婚した人。
And so their motto is strengthening the bonds that free us. Doesn't that sound a little paradoxical? Does it? Say yes. Yes. It sounds paradoxical.
まあ、その世帯者のその規則原則っていうことが、その自由を得ることの対象になるんですか？
But one has to be vigilant about following the process and observing the regulative principles, because paradoxically, by being very strict with these regulative principles, we are at liberty.
この規則原則を厳しく守るということが結局自由につながる。それは大いなる警戒心を持つということ。
In fact, one philosopher made a distinction between freedom from or freedom to do things. Like people are often they're asking for freedom to do many things. They want freedom. People like freedom.
誰しもそのいろんなことを自由にしたいと思う。
What about Mark? What kind of freedoms do people ask for?
で、人が求めている
Freedom to do what?
自由に何をしたいんでしょう？
To play outside, yes. I want to be free to play outside.
外で遊びたい。外で遊びたい。
Yes.
Free our country.
To free our country.
で、国を解放する。
Or sometimes people say, I want to be free to express myself. I want to be. There was a prohibition in America where the government said nobody can sell or buy alcohol. It was illegal.
例えば自由に表現したりとか、それからアメリカなんかではそのお酒を自由に買ったらいけないのがあったり。
People protested. They said, we want the freedom to drink alcohol.
もう自由にアルコールが飲めるようにしてほしいと言ったりもします。
And actually, a little side tip: never drink anything that you can light with a match. That's okay. So there's a difference between freedom to do whatever you want and freedom from the influences of material nature.
これフリーという言葉ですけど、自由に好きなことを何でもやるという自由という意味と、それから何かから解放される自由という意味の2つの違いがあります。
When you get free from, for instance, material desires that drag you in directions that you don't want to go, then you're actually free.
例えば行きたくないところに行くことから解放される。
And what is the price of that freedom?
その自由の払う代償は何でしょうか？
Tell us.
Lots of things.
Tell it. It's right here. The price of that freedom is?
Vigilance.
Very good. This might be in the test, not of them. What's the price of that freedom?
Vigilance.
Very good. Price of freedom is? Bhagavan Mark? Very good. So if someone wakes you up at 1 in the morning today and says, what's the price of freedom? You'll say? That's right. And who said it?
Jefferson.
Okay. So vigilance comes from the word vigil, which means?
Awake.
Very good. Okay. And vigilance means keeping careful watch for possible dangers or difficulties. So I'm relating this to the, I'm sorry, go ahead.
起こり得る危険あるいは困難なものから目を見張って常に注意深くあること。
Now, here's how Maya sneaks in.
どうやってマヤがうまいこと狡猾に入ってくるかということ。
There she is looking in.
この人覗いてますよね。
And one of the ways that we open the door to Maya is pride. I become prideful. And then the door opens.
で、マヤへのドアが開かれます。
Then laxity. Who knows what laxity means?
ラクシティっていう意味わかりますか？
Yes. Sudama. Yeah, laziness, letting down your guard. It's kind of the opposite of vigilance.
締まりがないとか。
Concur? Could you concur that laxity is the opposite of vigilance?
Yes.
Why? Can you explain it? Do you have a dictionary?
No.
Do you have a phone?
Yeah.
Doesn't it have a dictionary on it?
But it doesn't have Wi-Fi.
You need Wi-Fi for the dictionary? Does anybody have a dictionary on their phone? Yeah, look it up. Let's see where laxity comes from.
ラクシティっていう言葉ですけど、
We'll look at the definition and see if it's as a
だらしがないとか締まりがないとかそういうことですね。
We have our team of experts working on the etymology of the word.
State or quality of being lax or looseness.
A state or quality of being lax or looseness. And tell us where it comes from. Look at the etymology, scroll down. What language is it from? Where do you guess?
English.
You think it's from English?
この言葉は一体どこから来た言葉でしょうか
It's in English, but where's its origin? You know what etymology is? You're saying Latin?
ラテン語でしょうか
It's a Latin word. And what's the original word?
どこから
Laxitas.
Laxitas,
Yes.
which means
Whiteness.
wideness. What? Openness. Is that what you have to? Okay. It's always good to look words up, because when you look and you see where they come from, then you get a better sense of what the words are. Besides, if we ever put you in a spelling bee, it'll help you a lot. I'm thinking about signing you up. Okay. So laxity invites Maya into the house.
で、この締まりのないこと、話のないことというのが、マーヤを家に引き込みます。
Pride opens the door.
で、ドアを開けます。マーヤのドアを開け
And
ます。
for laxity, you say, all right, whatever, come on in, it's okay. Doesn't
話しないことを言うと、もうどうぞどうぞいいですよ、となります。
Now, justification, here's another word.
justification。これまた別の言葉です。
Keep your dictionaries on the ready.
いつも手は引けるような状態にしてください。justification というのは正当化、まあ理由とか弁明とか。
You got it? Go ahead.
A reason, fact, circumstance, or explanation that justifies or defends.
Okay. And look up justify.
では、justify の方を引いてみてください。
What really, in essence, to explain it, you're just giving a reason why you let Maya in, right? And you give an excuse. Like, have you ever done anything wrong? You ever done anything wrong and then made an excuse why you did it?
で、どうしてそうやったかという、いろいろこう、弁解をするわけですね。
Anyone? Okay, hey, look, she's so honest. Go ahead, tell us.
Homework.
Homework, yeah. You did your homework, and then what did you say why you didn't do it?
宿題だって言ってない。
That's the classic one. Is the dog ate my homework? Dog ate my homework. Sorry.
宿題的な理由を言いつける。
Yes.
Spelling bee.
Spelling bee. What's that mean?
They repeat the spelling and some people don't understand the spelling, so they repeat it 3 times.
Yeah.
And even after 3 times, people don't understand that.
Yeah.
And the 4th time years, they don't say anything. They leave it by saying 3 times.
So they don't get a 4th chance?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. So justification means to make excuses or reasons why it's okay. And this is what that does. It welcomes Maya as a permanent resident. So if I have some shortcoming and then I give excuses for it, why I have to have this shortcoming, then Maya will stay. If we give excuses, then it invites her to stay permanently in the house.
で、この justification というのは正当化ということなんですけれども、なぜこう、そのマヤにドアを開けてしまったのか、どうやって自分がそのだらしない状態でいるのかということに対して、いろいろと弁明をつける、正当化すると。でそうすることによって、マヤがずっといてしまうようになってしまう。
Tapasvini, are there any devotees online that can type in or speak up? Can we hear them?
Yeah, Ganga only.
Okay. All right, Ganga, if you have any ideas, feel free to type them in and Tapasvini will read them to us.
はい。ガンガさんもよかったら、グループチャットで書いてくださったら読みますので、何でも。
What are some excuses? She gave a really nice one for homework. What about excuses for my shortcoming devotional? So, Bhagavat Mark.
When you come home and mother asks you to eat your lunch, and then you can say, I was talking with my friends.
Okay, so you didn't eat your lunch and because you're talking with your friends? Is that what you said? Yeah, that's a kind of excuse, right? Yeah. So there's lots of ways we can justify and just say, you know, sometimes people say, well, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm helpless.
で、正当化しにすることってのは周りにたくさんあるわけです。時々もうどうしようもないのよっていうふうなことを、まあ、よく私たちは口にします。
Okay. What does that say?
Attitude is everything.
You ever heard that before?
この言葉聞いたことありますか？態度が全てだと。
It's a common saying. This is what Srila Prabhupada writes.
これよく言われることをシラプラパダはおっしゃっています。
This is from the Nectar of Instruction. He says, advancement in Krishna consciousness depends on the attitude of the follower.
ネクタブ・インストラクションで書かれています。クリシュナ意識を向上させるためには、その人の姿勢によると。
Can they see that from the camera? Sometimes or all the time? Because maybe. Okay, every time. Okay, so everyone please read this out loud. Yes, depends on the attitude of the follower. Isn't that profound? That we can. Go ahead, Tapaswini.
Oh, yes. I already translated.
Okay. So here are some risky attitudes.
そこで危険な姿勢、態度となります。
Say them out loud.
I'm bound. 私はもう高い段階にあるのよということですね。
Try this one.
I am liberated.
私は完成を達してるんだからと。
How about this one?
I can cut corners.
Cut corners. Cut corner.
That means to cheat.
Achieve.
Cheat. C-H-E-A-T. Cheat.
Cheat. 騙すことができる Cut, cheat.
日本語でチートは何と言いますか？
I'm not sure.
Okay.
騙せる。
騙せる? Yeah, I think I can cheat, cut corners.
Okay.
How about this one?
騙すけど。
Independent.
I'm independent. 私は独立してる。
How about locking the door on Maya? Shall we do that? Say yes.
Yes.
No, while she's outside. Not while she's in the house. I agree with you on that, the way you were thinking of it. Okay. Lock the door on Maya.
Lock the door on my.
Okay, are you ready?
鍵をかけましょう。
Here's the attitudes to lock the door on Maya. Shall we? Lock the door on Maya? Say yes. Good.
で、
Here's safe attitudes.
正しい、安全な態度。
Okay, go ahead.
I am not liberated.
私は解放されていない。
Yeah, we shouldn't consider ourselves liberated. Prabhupada mentions this. Don't.
おっしゃっています。自分は下脱されているなんて考えてはならない。
In fact, advanced devotees consider that I'm not that advanced. I'm not liberated.
高い段階にいる関係者はまず自分は解放なんかされていないと。
And you'll notice the word liberated. It's related to liberties.
liberated っていうのはその自由という言葉から出てきています。
There's a phrase of taking liberties. In other words, I can cheat. I can do certain things because I'm liberated.
自分は完成しているから、だから自分は何してもいいんだという考え方が。
Someone might say, well, I'm initiated, or I've been in the movement for a long time. Therefore,
入門を受けてるからとか、私はこの運動に長いこといるんだからと。
but that's a dangerous, risky attitude.
それはとても危険な態度です。
Try this one.
I am never about chastisement.
I'm never above chastisement.
うん。なんていうかさ。
I'm never, try this, Tapaswini. I'm never above being,
あ、はい。
yeah, you got it?
いや、私は叱られたことがない。
Yeah. So here's one. Good advice is not often served in our favorite flavor.
Good advice is not often served in your favorite food. なんだろう。
It means
好きな味のも
it
の、
doesn't always look very tasty.
これとても美味しそうですよね。
Sounds great when we get advice sometimes, or when we get chastisement. Sometimes It's bitter. It doesn't come to us like an ice cream cone.
でも叱られるということは、まあ、苦い。これ甘いことじゃない。
That's from protected cows in a Goshawa. Okay, another attitude. I remember where I came from.
I remember where I came from.
どこから来たか覚えている。
I may be in a very good position now devotionally, but I should remember where I was before the devotee saved me.
で今私は献身方針のでいい気持ちにあるけれども、献身してさせられたものである。自分は一体どんなものだったか、そういうことを思う。
So, another a safe attitude. Everything belongs to Krishna.
Everything belongs to Krishna.
すべてはクリスナのものである。
Yeah. There was once a sannyasi staying at my house, and he had people had given him some donations while he was in the community. And before he left, he just handed it all to me and said, "Here, it's for the temple." I said, "No, but that's." I said, "But people gave you those donations." He goes, "It's Krishna's."
で、あるサニヤシが私の縁となりました。そして、寄付をもらいました。で、彼は私のところに、はい、テンプルにどうぞって言うと渡してくれました。いや、これあなたがもらったものでしょと言ったら彼は、いや、全部クリスナのもので、と言いました。
Prabhupada used to have a saying, "Everything for Krishna, nothing for me."
すべてはクリスナのもの。私のものなんか何もない。
Try this one. I am the servant's servant a million times removed.
私は召使いの召使いの召使いの召使いのであり、何度も。
Srila Prabhupada said that. We should consider ourselves the servant's servant, servant, servant a million times removed. This is a safe attitude. Be the servant of the servant.
プラパダもおっしゃいました。私は召使いの召使いの召使いだと。これが正しい姿勢です。
And that I wear Trinada Pisuni Chena as a garland around my neck.
で、トリラピースニーチェナという言葉を私は首の周りにガーランドとしていつもつけている。
Okay, Bhagavad Mark, what does that mean?
どういう意味ですか？
Do you know the verse Trinada Pisuni Chena?
この説をしてみますか？
It comes from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Shikshashtaka.
シュチャナマハプラの下から来ている言葉です。
And the verse says that one should consider oneself lower than the grass and should be more tolerant than the tree, to be ready to show respects to others and not expect it. Does that sound familiar? That verse? Sorry, go ahead, Shobhas.
Yes, I did already.
So, in the Shikshashtakam, which we recite in the morning, there's a verse, Trinada Pisuni Chena, Turor Shishuna Amanina Manadena, Kirtaniya Siddhahari. That means if you stay very humble and tolerant, then you can always chant Hare Krishna.
いつも謙虚にいれば、忍耐強くあれば、ずっとハレクリシナを唱え続けることができるという意味です。
And Sri Chaitanya, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Who's that? Who's Kaviraj Goswami?
Krishnadas Kaviraj ってどなたでしょうか？
Call a friend. Somebody help him out.
知ってる方いますか？
Very good. Okay, very good. You're on a roll tonight. You're doing good. Okay, so the author of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita says, you should wear this verse around your neck like a necklace.
チャイタナ・チャイタミータの著者であるクリシュナダス・カビラージは言っています。いつもこの言葉を首にかけていなさいと。
So, what does that mean?
どういう意味でしょうか？
Somebody tell me. What does it mean to wear the verse around your neck as a necklace?
この言
Yes.
葉を首に巻きつけているってどういうことでしょう？
Okay, always be humble.
いつも
What else?
As we take care of the necklace as so important,
Yeah.
so we have to accept this religion as to be the most important of our devotional service.
It's the most important aspect of our devotional service. Yeah. Anybody else have any thoughts? There's no right answer. Some of your
正しい答え
realizations.
一つしかないというわけじゃないですよ。
You should never think ourselves above anyone else.
Very good. It's a very good practice.
Practicing the
And practicing the verse. Yes. Keep and practice it in your daily life. It's like sometimes people tie a string around their finger to remember something.
時々ものを思い出すために首に手首に糸を巻いたりしますよね。
We read this morning in the Bhagavatam class from the Gita.
今朝、ギータのクラスでも言いました。
And there we found that the first element of gaining transcendental knowledge is humility.
で、超越的な知識の第一つの要因、それは謙虚さだと書いてありました。
So if you practice humility
謙虚さということを学べば、
and you think of this verse all the time because you have it around your neck,
この説をいつも首に巻きつけていつも覚えているということです。
then there'll be no danger of Maya coming in.
マーヤが入ってくる可能性はありません。
So here's a mantra I want to teach all of you.
じゃあこれが皆さんにあげたいマントラです。
It's a little scary to say this, but
ちょっとこれ言うのは怖いんですけど。
everyone say it. 1, 2, 3, go ahead.
I feel to be connected.
Okay, now if you have a spouse in the room, anybody have a spouse in the room, raise your hand.
I like to be corrected.
I want you to turn to your spouse.
Say that.
First the man to the wife, and then the wife to the man. Okay, husbands, turn to your wives and say.
I feel to be connected.
And now the wives, you say to your husband.
I like to be corrected.
Very good. Now try that at home. When your spouse tells you something or something comes up, then oh wait a minute, did you do it? Not to go wrong. I didn't see. You're so quiet back there. Did you exchange?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Now, any kids in here with parents in the room? Okay, turn to your parents and say.
I live to be corrected.
Now, parents, you might sometimes say that to your kids too. So this is a mantra I heard once when I heard an interview of the man who was, the interviewee challenged something that the interviewer challenged something that the interviewee said. And then the interviewer said, okay, that's all right. I live to be corrected. I thought that was a very handy mantra to keep.
で、あるなんかインタビューでこの言葉を聞きました。私は、コレクティブ、その正義を直さらず、正されるために生きてるんじゃないって言ったことから。
It doesn't mean that we just agree to everything everybody says.
これは誰もが言ってることに自分はいつも同意しないということです。
And it also doesn't mean that if somebody is a bully and they're abusing us, that we just accept it.
で、また、その暴力的なことをすることではありません。
But it means we should keep a general attitude to learn from our environment.
でも、もう周りのところから何でも学ぶ姿勢を持っているということがその意味です。
Don't assume that we're correct.
で、正されるということを嫌わないこと。
And if you practice saying this sometimes, you'll see that, first of all, there's a resistance often to saying it. Because I always want to be correct. I don't want to be corrected.
で、これは、その初め言うのはためられます。いつも自分は正されるということ。
But if you live to be corrected, you'll always be learning.
でも、いつも正されるという姿勢で生きていくなら、学ぶことが多いです。
So, one of the other ways to protect from Maya coming in one's home is to protect from attack, and that means to fortify.
で、またこの、その、要塞っていうか、その強くすること。それは、攻撃から身を守るということ。
Can you look up fortify in your dictionary?
fortify っていうのを辞書で調べてみてください。これは、日本語では、要塞を固めるとか、防備を固めるとか、そのような意味です。
To protect or strengthen against attack.
To protect or strengthen against attack. So, I was... Yes, go ahead, Tapasreen.
Yes, I did.
Okay, I stayed at Govardhan Hill for about 4 weeks during the cultivation season. And you know where I was living? I lived in a fort. It belonged to a small-time king many years ago, and it was a ruin.
で、小さな台風が行って大変なことがありました。
And then Tamal Krishna Maharaj and Giriraj Maharaj saw it, and they thought it would make a nice ashram.
でそれで、ちゃんとしたアシュラムを作らなきゃいけないと、タマルクリシュナマハラジとなんとかマハラジが決めました。
They purchased that property with this old ruin of a fort on it.
で、その小さいところで、その要塞のあるところを選びました。
And Keshavabharti Maharaj and Asit Krishna Maharaj stayed there for 4 years without electricity. That's pretty tough.
で、電気のないところで4年間もマハラジはして
No water.
水もありません。
And they rebuilt that fort. And sometimes people were calling it a palace.
で、時々人はそこをパラスと宮殿と呼びます。
You ever lived in a palace?
宮殿って字で聞いてみてください。
So Keshavabharti Maharaj didn't like that. He said, "This is not a palace."
で、北和田マハラジは嫌でした。ここは宮殿じゃないよ。
So when I was there this time, I was looking at it. I said, "This is a fort. It's a fortress."
で、私はそこに留まって思いました。ここは要塞だと。
And then I was thinking about how that is, we all need to live in a fortress to protect ourselves from distraction.
で私たちはその攻撃っていうふうなものから身を守るために要塞に住む。
You know, it took a lot of work for us to get there, to stay at Govardhan for 4 weeks.
ゴバーダンに4週間いるというのはなかなか大変なことです。
And then we had to organize our schedule very carefully so that we had at least 5 hours a day to hear from the Bhagavatam together.
で、少なくても5時間、我が友の話を聞けるようにというふうなスケジュールを。
And so whatever facility we have for devotional service, we have to protect very carefully.
で、クリシュナ意識のためにやっていくために、ある設備というのはどんなものでも注意深く守らなくてはなりません。
Have you ever heard the word ashrama?
アシュラマという言葉を聞いたことありますか？
What about Mark? What does it mean?
どういう意味でしょう？
Vaishnav stay, yes.
バイ
Does
シュラマ
anybody else know what ashrama means?
アシュラマ
Yes.
Where the spiritual activities are performed.
Where spiritual activities are performed a lot.
で
Okay.
生活を送る4段階の4つの階級。
Well, the word. Have you ever heard the word shrama?
シュラマという言葉
Shrama.
の
Where have you heard it?
どこで聞きましたか？
Somebody quote a verse that has shrama in it.
シュラマという言葉は誰かありますか？
You heard shrama evahi kevalam? Dharma svanchita punsam vishvachena katasya. Notpadiya yadiratim shrama evahi kevalam. What is it? What does shrama mean?
シュラマってどういう意味でしょう？
Hard labor for no result. Shrama.
結果の出ない。
So now, as you all know, in Sanskrit, when you put an akar in front of a word, it
頭に「あ」がつくと
usually reverses the meaning.
大体反対の意味になります。
Give me another example of that in Sanskrit. How about karma and rene in front of it? So what's the difference?
カルマとアカルマの違いは何でしょ
No karma.
Yeah, it reverses it. Very good. You're a Sanskritist. You didn't even know it. So there's karma and akarma. So there's shrama and ashrama.
う？それと同じようにシュラマとアシュラマ反対の言葉です。
An ashrama is a place where there's no shrama.
アシュラマというのはシュラマのないところです。
So you have to create an environment somewhere, at least part of your life, where there's no shrama.
だからシュラマのないところというのを、人生のどこかでそういうところを気づく必要があ
To
る。
do that, you have to fortify. You have to build a fort somewhere.
でどこかにその攻撃されないような要塞を立てる必要があります。
But when we have an ashrama, there's rules that protect the ashram. That,
アシュラマというのはシュラマ
certain things you can do, certain things you can't do. Okay, so sadhana.
サーダ。
What does sadhana mean?
サーダナって何でしょう？
There are other words we know. Practice, yes. The word sadhana. What about the word sadhya?
サージャってどういう意味でしょ
You know what sadhya means? It means the goal of sadhana. So if you have a sadhana practice, what are you doing? You're trying to reach some kind of goal, right? What do you practice?
実践することによって、ある程度のゴールにつけますよね。
Swimming. You're quite a swimmer, huh? Okay. So how often do you practice? Every Tuesday. That's a lot. Okay, so if you're going to practice, that means you've got a goal, and you're looking to see that you reach the goal. And the way you do that is through your sadhana, to reach the sadhya. And people who do that are sadhus.
まあ一生懸命やることによって何かの目的に達成するわけですね。で、このサーダをすることによって一体どういうふうに引き継ぐか。
So the kind of practice you do will determine how quickly you reach the goal.
で、どれぐらい簡単にすぐにゴールにつけるか。
Do you all find that to be true in your daily lives? The amount of concentration or effort that you give to your practice towards the goal makes a difference in how quickly you go forward. Anybody have an experience like that? Yes.
Exams, study hard and get good scores.
Isn't that true? It's so true. And it's the times when I think, oh, it's okay. I know everything, and I go to exam. It's the time when you go to the last minute. You're waiting at the door to get in the exam room, and you still are studying, right? Until they tell you to put down all your other stuff and pick up a number 2 pencil. That's when you stop. That's when you stop studying, right? That's right. So so the kind of practice that it moves you forward quickly. And these are 3 words that Prabhupada used when he talked about sadhana.
サーダナというのはその目的に達成するためのものです。そしてプラッパーではこの3つのことをおっしゃいました。
I mentioned them in my book, Our Family Business, of which we have no more copies here in Japan.
ファミリービジネスで私が書いた本の中でも書きましたけれど。
And so these 3 words, everyone say together. Strict, serious, and sincere. And some people I've seen, they're now making T-shirts, and
この3つの言葉の T シャツ
Paul showed up with a T-shirt that said he had a custom made, strict, serious, and sincere. So these 3 define how your sadhana should be: strict, serious, and
この3つの言葉を、サダナを守ることですね。3つの要素。
here's another.
Those 3, strict、厳しく、そして sincere、誠実に、serious、真剣にの3つです。はい、thank you.
No, thank you. And this is a statement Prabhupada makes. Everyone say it aloud. Yeah, he says that. It's always best to find one's own offenses instead of finding the offenses of others, unless you're in a position that you're supposed to do that. But if you spot offenses and then avoid them, that's a good attitude.
で、この侮辱を犯さないように気をつけるということですね。見張っているということ。
And then here are some of the ways to fortify oneself. Defenses.
それから自分を身を守ること。
Get a taste. Get a taste. You should get a taste while you're practicing devotional service because that's the ultimate protection. So I'm going to tell you a story. Okay? I was in New York City distributing books with my good friend Prem Kishore. And my friend Prem Kishore likes to give out Mahaprasadam when he's out distributing books. So I had a big box full of Maha Burfi from Radha Govinda. Big, huge chunks of burfi, this big. Have you ever seen one that big? You like burfi? Say yes. Okay, so we were standing, it was very crowded on the street, 2nd Avenue, right in front of the New York Public Library. And so I met this family, and a husband and wife, and they had 2 kids. And the 2 kids were eating these big ice cream cones. And meanwhile, the parents talked to Prem Kishore and they bought a Bhagavad Gita. And then Prem Kishore started giving each one of them a piece of Maha Burfi.
で、この一人一人に大きなマハプラサードもあげたんです。
And when he handed to the parents started handing to the children.
で、親にあげて、親は子供にあげました。
And they spontaneously threw their ice cream cones in the trash. I took the burfi. I was thinking, this is a higher taste. It was funny. You had to have been there. Okay. Then you should have some shelter. That means Gaudiya Vaishnavism is a culture of guidance. We have to have good guidance. We're not independent. In fact, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught that you can't advance in devotional service without good guidance. Okay, and the next one is relationships. Somebody here quote me a verse from the nectar of instruction about relationships. Very good. Go ahead. Dati pratigrinati kuya makyati prichiti umte bojayite chaiva shakridam pratilakshanam. This verse describes, this is an important book written by our Acharya, Rupa Goswami. And before he even talks about chanting the holy name, he talks about the importance of relationships between devotees. So he said there's 6 loving exchanges between devotees. Who can say what they are? Yes, my favorites. Accepting prasad and giving prasad. Giving gifts, accepting gifts. Revealing one's mind and confidence and hearing others. These are all based on relationships. At our temple in ISV, we have each one of our monthly Sankirtan festivals, which is a time when all the devotees can go out together to distribute books. We also have a special theme for each one. And so, one of the themes is the monthly Sankirtan festival of loving exchanges. So it's a lot of fun because that month, all the devotees go out of their way to give gifts, give prasadam, to take time to talk amongst each other. They even try to reach out to people they haven't seen for a little while. So why is it important to have loving relationships? How does that protect you from Maya? Question. I'd like to hear what you think.
It's about interdependence.
Very nice. Tell us more about that.
Like, so that we don't think that we are independent. Like, for each and everything, we need somebody for something in our life.
Very nicely put. Thank you. It's very helpful. What else?
Devotees remind you always about Krishna.
Devotees remind you of Krishna, yes. Yes. Nirkula told me when she was a new devotee. She was staying in Los Angeles. She joined the temple in Los Angeles. And she had become very discouraged by something that happened. So she hadn't come to the temple in a few days. And then one of the devotees from the community that she didn't even know that well just came and knocked on her door and gave her a plate of Mahaprasad. I have to say, back then, getting a plate of Mahaprasad was big thing.
で、この
It wasn't so easy to do that.
やらなきゃと思いました。
And the person just said, I just want to make sure you're okay, and brought her prashadam.
で、私はただあなたが大丈夫かなと思ってプラスターを持ってきただ
He
け
said
で
it changed her life. She became so affected by that
それで彼女はすごい影響を受けて人生が変わりました。
it not only brought her back at that time, but it gave her faith in devotees in the way that they
それ
think.
だけではね、献身者に対しての信念もできました。
And also, if we don't have relationships, loving relationships with devotees, then we'll seek them elsewhere.
で、献身者と愛の関係がないならば、それを探すこと。
Because it's our nature to have loving relationships.
なぜなら愛の関係というのはみんな持ちたいというのが自然の質だからです。
Do you have any devotee friends?
あなたに献身の友達いますか？
Who's your best friend who's a devotee?
ベストフレンド誰ですか？
Who do you play with?
Both lot more. That's why he's telling not one.
He has a lot of friends. See, he's so sensitive. He doesn't want to mention the name of any one because the other one's my favorite. Right? Is that what you're thinking? I like that.
言えないですね。
Okay. Then guidance. I mentioned this, but guidance is important. In fact, I like to say you should collect mentors.
それからこのガイダンス、導きっていうこと、これもとても大切なところです。
Yeah, collect mentors. In fact, today I took a yoga class with Radhika Raman this morning.
例えば今朝ラディカさんとヨガをしました。
And it was just myself and Madhu Mangal taking the class.
私とマドマンガだけでそのクラスを受けたのは。
And Madhu Mangal Prabhu told me after the class, he said, I practice yoga at home all the time.
でも彼は言いました。私は毎日このヨガを家でやってるんです。一人で。
He said, but I always stay in my comfort zone. Did you get that?
No.
He said, even when I practice, I don't push myself because I'm alone.
だからこれやっててもういつも毎日やってることだから別に無理にやってるわけじゃないですと。
But when Madhu and I walked out of the class, we were sore because he pushed us so hard.
でも一緒に終わった時にはとてもあちこち痛くなりました。
And we were just thinking how important it is to have personal guidance for somebody to push us forward. You make advancement much quicker.
でも誰かがそうやってやってくれたことで、押してやってくれたことで、どれだけできたか、その重大さを思いました。
It's always better to find an expert in something and just go right to the expert.
いつでも誰かエキスパートの人と共にやるということが絶対大事です。
Save you about 5 or 10 years on each discipline.
5年、10年の計画を立てて。
Yeah. So also, Prabhupada makes this point, we should stay balanced and nourished in order to be strong against man.
バランスを取れた、そして栄養のある。
He says, he lists these 3 things in the story of Gajendra.
ガジェンドルの話について、プラッパーはこの3つのことをおっしゃいました。
What's your daughter's name? What is it? Prahashita. Prahashita, do you like elephants?
象が好きですか？
Me too. Which do you like better, baby elephants or big elephants?
赤ちゃんの象と大きな象どっちがいいですか？
Oh, good. Because I was just going to tell a story about a big elephant.
大きな象の話をしようとしたんです。
There's a big elephant named Gajendra.
ガジェンドルという名前の大きな象がいました。
He was the king of the forest.
彼は森の王様でした。
But one day when he was bathing in a lake,
である日、湖で沐浴していると、
he got caught by a crocodile, grabbed him by the leg,
足のところワニに噛まれたんです。
and started pulling him down into the water.
でもなんとか湖に引きずり込もうとしています。
And what do you think, Harshita? Who's stronger, a crocodile or an elephant?
象とワニとどっちが強かったと思いますか？
That's true. But it's only true when the elephant is on the land. When the elephant goes in the water, then the crocodile is stronger. Isn't that interesting?
口の上にこそ強いんですけど、
It's very interesting.
水の中だとワニの方が強いんです。
So what happened was, although he was strong, he was very strong, he went in the water and the crocodile started to win the fight.
で、どうなったかというと、象は強かったんですけど、水の中ですから、ワニの方が強くなってきました。
So this big strong elephant named Gajendra then started to pray to Krishna.
で、こ
To
の
help him. Please help me.
体をしたガジェンダという象は、クリシュナに祈りを捧げました。助けてくださいと。
And Krishna came and saved him.
で、クリシュナがやってきて助けました。
Maharshi, isn't that a happy story? It's happy, right? Later on, we'll show you a picture of what Gajendra looks like, okay?
で、ガジェンダがどんなのか後で写真見せてあげますね。
So in that story, Prabhupada tells that in order for us to be strong against Maya,
で、この話の中でプラッパーで私たちは前に強くならなければならないとおっしゃっています。
we should have physical strength, enthusiasm, and sensual power.
で、実際の体の強さも必要、そして熱意も必要、そして肉体的なこの気持ちの力も必要。
Means you gotta stay a little healthy, right? Like you take swimming lessons.
健康じゃなくていけません
Healthy, right? You look pretty strong. And so here's another principle of practicing bhakti.
またバクティを実践するときのこの話。
It's called manana. Everyone say manana. Manana means that you should take time to reflect, to deliberate, and assimilate.
マナナというのはよく考える、そして反応するにも、
All this time is off. Just
それから消化するのにも時間がかかる。
Okay, so how much time do we have now? 15 minutes. Okay. Well, there's a few lessons, but before I go into the lessons, we'll take some reflections.
まず皆さんの反応を聞きましょう。
Reflection means anything that you heard. You can turn the lights on.
リフレクションというのは何でもいい皆さんが感じたことです。で、いいです。
Anything that you heard that stuck in your mind.
何かこう何でも言ってください。
Yes.
If we have good relationship with devotees in family, you don't need to go outside and then you don't need to other people.
Yes. If you have good relationships with your devotional family, then you don't hanker to have relationships elsewhere, right? And that's important because, yes.
いい関係を持っていたら他と関係を持とうと思わない。
Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he asked what a Vaishnava is, he said, Asat Sangatyag e Vaishnavachar. Said a Vaishnava is somebody who avoids bad association.
で、献身者も悪い交際を避けると、チューチャーティアのマハプラブはおっしゃっています。
And that bad association, what really called Asat Sangha, means people who have faith in the material world. They think it's a good idea to try to make it in the material world.
で、物質世界というのはいいんだと、物質世界にすごい関心を持ったそういう人たちと悪い交際をする。それをアサットサンガと言います。
Maharshi, I'm going to show you the elephant in a little while. Okay, can you wait? Yes, say yes. Thank you. Okay, what else? Yes. I live to be correct. Is that right? Good to know. It's a scary mantra, isn't it? But it's very, it really helps, these kind of mantras help us to stay in good.
というマントラ、これはすごく私たちを助けてくれることになります。
I could give you an example of a mantra I use when I'm driving.
このマントラがどういうふうに私のドライブ
Or when other people are driving. Because sometimes when you're driving, of course not in Japan, it probably never happens that anybody gets angry on the road, right?
日本ではこんな道路がないかもしれない。
Is it rare in Japan, or do people ever get angry? Regularly? Rare, it's rare. In America, it's not rare.
アメリカでは珍しかった。
And in India, they just don't care. So.
誰も気にしない。
But in America, I just noticed when we're driving in America, sometimes people get overheated. Somebody cuts them off.
でも横売りとかされたらアメリカではみんな頭にきます。
But this is a mantra you can use anywhere whenever anger comes up.
でも、言い方したとき、このマントはいつも使える。
Shishi Radha Govinda Ki Jai. Shishi Nitai Gaur Sundar Ki Jai. Jai Jagannath Baladev Subhaji Ki Jai. Would somebody be kind enough to pull up the screen? So, as soon as he pulls up the screen, I'm going to tell you the mantra.
このスクリーンが開いたと同時に、閉まったと同時に、マントラを教えましょう。
Are you ready? No? Say yes.
Yes.
I forgive you. No, not you. I'm saying that's the mantra. Say it. I forgive you.
I forgive you.
So if somebody cuts you off in the car or something like that,
誰かが車で
just say, I forgive you.
I forgive you.
It's a little hard to do at first, but once you do it, you don't hold the anger in.
で、それを最初は難しいですけれども、でも、
And so, what else? What other reflections do you have?
Awake before you fall down.
What's that?
Awake before you fall down.
Awake?
Before you fall down.
Do what? Before you fall down, I didn't catch the other part.
Awake.
Awake.
Yeah.
Be alert. Be alert. Be alert. Be alert. Be vigilant.
で落ちないように気をつけるということ。警戒するという
Yeah. Because it's a regulative principle not to fall down. Yeah. So be vigilant. What is the price of liberty? Hey.
代償は
You're good. Okay. What other reflections do you have? Anything you heard that stuck?
何でもここに残っていることを言ってください。
Prevention is much better than pound cure.
Yes, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And this came from the person who invented the first volunteer fire department.
で、さっきの言葉は初めてそのボランティアの消防士を作ったボランティアの方。
Benjamin Franklin. I'm lucky Manava's not here. He straightened me out fast. Okay. What else? Other reflections? Anything that you heard that stuck?
Advancement in Krishna consciousness depends on one side.
Yes, advancement of the follower is what determines the.
失敗は成功のもと。
So fortunately, we can change our attitude. That's it. We can adjust our attitude in such a way that we can make advancement. So we can't adjust the environment.
向上するために自分の姿勢を変えるということ。
And you can't prevent certain things from happening in your life. They just happen.
状況を変えることはでき、周りを変えることはできないし、また自分に関わってくることを。
You can get at any time you want, you can get an attitude adjustment.
けれども、姿勢を変える、適応させることはできます。
What else did you hear?
他にどんなことを聞きましたか？
We'll take 3 more.
I like the steps for the like pass, like ride, how to mind this.
Okay.
It keeps doors open and the laxity invites.
Yes. Sudama Prabhu is saying he likes the different ways in which he likes hearing about the different ways in which Maya can enter, so he can prevent it.
どのように今うまく入ってくるかということを聞くのが面白かったです。
Pride opens the door, laxity invites her in, justification invites her to stay forever. Right. What else? 2 more.
We have to constantly remind ourselves to be humble.
Right, exactly. You gotta wear the garland around your neck.
誰かがガランドを国の前に折って、リズムかけているということ。
And the last one, who gets the last word? Ananta Gauranga.
Never forget from where you came.
Never forget from where you came. Yeah.
自分が一体どこから来たのかということを覚えている。
Prabhupada's very famous disciple, one of the first disciples in ISKCON, Jamuna, who passed away recently. She felt that this was one of the most dangerous things in our movement and also for individuals to have a sense of entitlement.
で、そのなんか称号を受けるということは何よりも一番危険だと言いました。
I deserve because I'm a Prabhupada disciple, I've been around for a long time. Of course, we have etiquettes and things, but each individual should not feel like that. It should be avoided. The bonus round. Tell me what you got.
everything belongs to Krishna.
Hey, that's a winner. I like the closer. Very nice. Everything belongs to Krishna. That solves all the problems. You just say it all belongs to Krishna. I'm not the supreme controller. I'm just the servant of the supreme controller.
私は何もコントロールしない。私はしもべのしもべです。
Yeah. So anyway, tonight we talked a little bit about how it's important to be vigilant, be careful.
で、警戒する、注意深くあるということがいかに大切かということを今夜は少し話しました。
Slipping from one's exalted position is it's a pain. It's a real difficulty. You have to come back.
で、まあ、高い立場にいるというのは大変なことなんです。痛みを伴うことです。
And actually, the part we didn't see, maybe we'll go over tomorrow night, was how to make a comeback. Because slip-ups are inevitable. Despite the fact that one's vigilant and so forth, one may have a slip-up, one way or another. It happens. It's in the Shastra. For instance, Sapadamulam Vachatapriyasya Tatanya Bhavasya Hare Priyashaha Vikarya Shokpatitam Katanchit Tunoti Sarvam Hridi Sannivishta. This verse is from 11th Canto. It said, if somehow or other one accidentally falls down in devotional service, then what should you do? Just keep doing devotional service, because Krishna is there in your heart. He understands what you're going through and what your intention is, and he'll help to rectify you. And we'll talk a lot about that, so called how to make a comeback, because there are certain things that you should do if you slip up. And one of them, just to give you a preview, is not to become morose. You should regret, but don't become chronically morose, that I'm no good, I can't do anything. No, just keep going. In fact, a devotee once went to Prabhupada and told Prabhupada, I made vows to follow 4 regular principles and everything like that. I'm having problems. And Prabhupada looked at him and said, one day you will walk. He said, just like a baby, it gets up, falls down, gets up, falls down. That's how it learns how to walk. So,
することもありますけれども、しかしやり続けてください。もちろん反省することは必要ですけれども、しかしそれをしすぎないこと。で、プラッパダもおっしゃいました。プラッパダ、その原則を破ってしまったらもできないと。でもプラッパダおっしゃいました。あなたもいつか歩き始めることができると。つまり、まだ赤ちゃんの状態だということです。
We thank everyone tonight for helping with the answers, looking up things in the dictionary, and for sharing reflections. And now the Artik is at 9. What time is it now?
It's 5 now.
Oh, so it's time for Artik.
Yes.
So we can have 5 minutes of chatting, and after that, we'll show Praharshita a picture of Gajendra. Okay?
Yes.
Go Premanande Haribo.
あと3分ほどなので、このまま出しておきます。最後のさよならティーです。
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Somebody have an eighth canto there? Harshita, want to see an elephant? Uh-oh, we better have an eighth canto. I'm going to be in big trouble. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. We're trying to find you an elephant. He's in here somewhere. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Maybe it's on top, the very top. No eighth canto? How can that be? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.